you aware that Asmongold is talking about you right now? Are you an e-beggar? Yeah, indeed I am. DSP Gaming, where the money grows on trees, and it falls into your pocket like an autumn breeze.
DSP, you all know him, the pig roach that could, somehow managing to make enough money through sheer force of will, e-begging his audience to not only survive, but also fund his 6-figure phone game addiction and gin fund. Traditionally, for well over a decade now, he's been the punching bag of the internet. But there's a lot of people now learning about him for the first time, all because of a little slap fight he had on the internet with Asmongold. On November 12th, 2025, one of the world's biggest streamers, Asmongold, talked about Phil for losing it on stream while scrolling through livestream fails over not getting enough donations on Kick, and then flipping out at the Kick side of his audience. Followed up with Asmon watching a few more classic Phil moments, mainly focused on Phil e-begging.
So nobody gave him any bits at all?
I'm going to be very abundantly clear with all of you on Kick. Don't ever ask anything of me ever again.
Damn.
Don't ask for me to add you messages, new emotes, pop-ups, nothing.
What?
Because until people on Kick actually support the content, you get nothing.
You letting them know.
The YouTube side, you guys have been incredibly supportive and nice people.
Tell them right now.
But the Kick side just sits here whining, bitching,
but getting free content. Ain't nothing for free.
Complaining about things, wanting more, and doesn't support.
Yep.
So you get nothing. Okay?
That's right.
Unless we get 50 subs by the end of
Unless I get 50 subs right now, I hate you.
Right, now it would be 49.
Yeah.
You're never getting text messages in your moral support ever again. So you got an hour left. Get to it. Or shut the fuck up forever. We're not going to listen to your bitching anymore. A lot of whiny people, demanding people who don't reciprocate. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want.
A generational roach, man. This is from over 10 years ago.
Right now, we are at like $10 of support. Not even. We're at $7 of support. For
That's
$7.
$7?
Geez, here you go. There's $7.
What?
An
Wait,
empty,
what?
devoid Seattle. That's what you get. For $7 of support. I've been streaming for an hour.
So he's only made $7 in an hour.
Awful.
Awful, wow.
There's no one better in life to step up and take control of a situation than you yourself. I want you to walk into your bathroom and look in the mirror. Look at your own face and say, I will take
There's no way you're about to give people a motivational speech to give you money. There's no way you're fixing to do that.
Control. And then you're going to walk back here and you're going to contribute. Yes.
Oh, man. Of course. The salesman? Yeah. This has to be extortion. So this guy has been around since being around was around.
All right, guys. I guess not. This is it.
This is it.
We have like 1 minute left.
He's going to leave
hit this goal now.
unless people...
I can't stick around.
He's going to leave unless people give him money right now.
Sucks.
I'm getting ready to leave. If I don't get $50 right now, if I don't leave right now, this is it. Yeah, I'm leaving. All right, let me see. Yeah, bye, guys. I don't have any money.
Just updated it.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
That wasn't so bad, right? Everybody's laughed at a little DSP now and then. There are countless dedicated channels towards the topic. Asmon only showed what Phil himself has said to his own audience. But Phil, however, was not okay with this, especially considering how big Asmon is. When Asmongold uploaded that clip to YouTube, it got over 1 million views, and introduced tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of people to the lolcow that is DSP. While streaming later that day, Phil would be begged not to axe Kick because he had fans that were still using it, and Phil said he had no plans of doing that.
Orange Man Good did another 100 Kick, says, don't axe Kick, there's real fans left here. I have absolutely no plans of axing the Kick streams or the Kick chat, so you don't have to worry about that, and thank you for the support. We're now up to 118 thanks to you. Awesome.
Well, later, on his stream, while playing Pokemon, Phil said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Back in the day, you couldn't tell what the Pokemon looked like, comparing the sprites to Dragon Quest, when remember the Game Boy was way more powerful than the NES. As well as the fun fact that Pokemon Stadium was his first Pokemon game, but somehow he didn't play it on the N64, even though that's the console it came out on.
You know what's really cool? Now, modern Pokemon games, you get to see all the Pokemon rendered in full 3D and all these 3D effects for their attacks and everything. Because back in the day, it was just, 2D, almost looking like Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest graphics. And you couldn't really see what anything looked like. A lot of the effects were just flashes on the screen or little bits of color. Now to see everything in fully rendered is pretty darn cool. I think back in the day, the first time that ever happened was Pokemon Stadium, but I never played Stadium on N64. Here we are.
Phil would then address Asmongold mentioning him, saying he didn't care, something that we all know was absolutely not true.
Oh, I hate to tell you this, but there's rules that say no drama, no bringing in toxicity. If you're going to come into my chat and be like, did you know that this streamer is talking about you right now? They're saying nasty things about you. I don't care. Dude, I'm 43 years old. I'm happy. I love my work. I love everything I'm doing. I don't care what someone on the internet is saying about me like you're some gossip girl coming in to tattle on someone on the schoolyard. That's against the rules and you'll get moderated for it because that's not the vibe of my streams, dude. Like, what do you think? Why do you think you got banned? Because you're an idiot. Okay.
Not really Asmongold related, but Phil even planned on naming a Magikarp in his playthrough King Cobra JFS.
Max Power, the reason we have an unevolved Magikarp is because someone wanted me to catch Magikarp last time and name him King Cobra JFS and leave him in the party as a unevolved. It's actually the Alpha Magikarp. So I did it per the request of the viewer, who I guess was trying to honor King Cobra. I don't know if King Cobra played Pokemon or knew anything about Magikarp, but that's what he wanted to do, so that's why we did that. So where's the camera? Here he is.
Of course, Phil also begged for money on stream as well, with the wonderful deal that for the low price of $20, you can name a Pokemon that he catches.
If you guys are enjoying the chill vibes of Pokemon Legends ZA today, please support the stream in some way. Super chats, memberships on YouTube, subs or kicks on Kick, or a tip via PayPal for anyone are great ways to support the stream. And if you support with $20 or more, you can name a Pokemon. I will then take that Pokemon and put them into my party for the rest of today's stream. We've already done so with Pomni and Cena today. And also Jesus, 3 different characters have been added to the party as a result of people contributing. So thank you guys.
Hours later, while playing a truck driving simulator, Phil would address Asmon once again, and then justified his behavior towards his Kick viewers, as well as saying if Asmon watched the stream, he would have a totally different opinion on Phil. Warning, this is a bit of a longer one, so I'm gonna cut out what I can.
Dark Owls, whatever your name is, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, says, what do you have to say about Asmongold's criticisms of you earlier today? I don't know anything about them. I don't watch Asmongold. I don't know what he said, to be honest. I don't particularly care. Earlier today, we were playing Pokemon. And we were just chatting and chilling while I was playing Pokemon. I have no clue what he could have criticized. The stream was actually incredibly well supported. I wasn't even asking for contributions or anything because it was so well supported. So I have no idea what he could have criticized, nor do I give a shit. Honestly, he can say whatever he wants. Good, more power to him. He's definitely one of those guys that reacts all the time to content. So, I don't know. Here's the question. Was he watching my content and reacting to it, or was he watching detractor content? Because if he's watching detractor content, he's not watching my content. He's watching one-sided, skewed, very focused on negative content that's not representative of me. I can only imagine the stuff that's said about me. There's probably things that are brought up constantly that are from the past that don't apply to today anymore. There's probably things that are taken completely out of context. Here's an example. Yesterday, on the first stream, I was in a bad mood. I will openly admit to all of you, for whatever reason, I was in a bad mood, okay? So I kind of got argumentative with the audience. I kind of, at the end of a stream, I was banning people. I was being stupid. Between streams, okay, I had a change of heart. I said, you know what? I got to stop being a grumpy old man. I got to be more open, be more nice to the audience that's here with me every day. So I went back, I unbanned some people. I actually added the ability to do the text in moral support messages. And I started being nice again. And then people actually appreciated that on stream, and we had a really good night. When originally I felt like we were going to probably have a really bad night unless I changed my bad attitude. I'm sure that Asmongold reacted to a toxic story about me. I don't care. Let him react as much as he wants. If ever he wants to actually come watch my real content, not the detractor content, he's welcome. I don't think he ever will, because the thing is, it's not digestible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not digestible content. This is a 2-hour hangout session with my audience. He's not going to sit here and watch that. He wants to just see the clips, the snippets. So he's only going to see the bad things. That's what people clip and make snippets of. So there you go.
Phil would then end that stream off, going after Asmon, specifically saying he only watches detractor content.
If Asmongold was watching this stream right now, do you think that he'd be like, oh, wow, what an asshole? Probably not. But yesterday, if he saw me in a bad mood out of context on one particular stream, he probably would say, wow, that guy's an asshole. And rightly so. But that's not the big picture. I don't know. That's why I'm not into the full-on reacting to people. I'm just not. Like I said, like every once in a while I'll react to stuff, but I don't just want to be someone who's reacting and judging people. Like I'm some holier than thou person. I'm so much better than you. I know better than you. I'm going to judge you on everything you're doing because I know how people treat me. Asmongold will never get this response because all he'll see is detractor content. Will the detractors take this response fully and unedited? No. They'll edit it to make me look like an asshole, and that's what he'll see next. So you see, it's a vicious cycle. This is why I don't care. This is why I don't care what Asmongold says, what Moist Critical says, what anyone says. I don't give a shit. I do my own thing. I'm happy. We have a good time together. That's what matters. I'm successful. It's all good.
The next day, on November 12th, and Phil, unable to let Asmon mention him go, would then address this once again on his Level 1 podcast, trying to go more into detail on why he had that stream meltdown. This is a long one, so let me cut it down again.
So, there you have it. The only other big update that I really want to address before we start talking about other topics such as Black Friday. So, there's been some drama on my Kick channel over the last week. Notably, the drama was that about a week and a half ago, I actually gave a new feature to the people on Kick. Allow me to explain. I need to give backstory because it's so convoluted and confusing. So allow me to explain. Kick instituted a new system by which when you watch someone's channel, you earn channel points. Can you use those channel points for anything? A few little things, but nothing major. So for example, you can wager the channel points for like guessing, like predictions, they call them. So let's say, for example, I don't know, I'm playing American Truck Sim. A moderator like Dunsfelter would put up a prediction saying, will Phil finish this job within the next 20 minutes? And then people would wager their channel points and either win or lose them depending on what actually happens and how they voted. Okay? The problem is trolls can basically accrue the points, do highlighted messages that are awful. You know, they could do doxing, they could do racist, sexist things, bigoted things, insulting my family members, horrible things, right? Okay, we'll ban the trolls. Oh, that doesn't solve it. They could still do the highlighted messages even when they're banned. So I had to turn off the highlighted messages for like 2 months because of this, okay? So about a week and a half ago, people in Kick Chat kept bugging me saying, hey, are you aware they fixed this loophole, this problem? I was like, no, I'm not aware that they fixed it, okay? So people just kept asking me for 2-3 days straight, will you turn them on? Will you turn them on? Will you turn them on? And finally, I was like, all right, fine. I'll turn on the messages. Since you guys keep bugging me for it, you know, I'll just do it. I got almost no support whatsoever via subs or kicks on Kick. And it was almost like a direct 1-to-1 ratio. I turn on a new feature to give something more to my viewers, and my viewers started like not supporting anymore. What happened? You know? So I'll be honest. Yes, I got upset, which I shouldn't have. And I apologize for that now. I shouldn't have been getting angry about that. Instead, I should have sat down and had a conversation with everyone about it. So what happened was last week, really, and this is my fault, I got into a bad mood about everything that was going on Kick. It literally looked like it was a direct response to me giving a new feature, giving back these highlighted moral support text messages. I turned them on, and then for like 3 days, no support at all. Okay? Seriously. And it really upset me. It did. So basically, I was lashing out and I was arguing with people in the Kick Chat about it. And we went back and forth for several different days about it, right? And then finally, I want to say it was like Sunday night. It was Sunday night. I came to a realization, okay? I was thinking about it and I was like, in reality, me arguing with a certain audience isn't going to ever improve anything. It's not. It's just going to make things worse. It's going to give people this content that they want, where they can selectively pick parts of a stream and try to showcase it as that was the whole stream and say, see, all Phil did was argue with his audience, because that's exactly what happened. There was no reason for me to be upset because things have been going good. Does it suck when you get a decline in support? It does. But there was no reason for me to lose my cool like I did. Okay? So last night, I'm streaming American Truck Simulator and everything's going good. We're having a good time and everything. And people are like, are you aware that Asmongold is talking about you right now? No, and I don't care. Everyone talks about me at all times. Every day someone's talking about me, someone's making content about me, something's doing toxic shit about me. They're watching detractor content, they're watching out of context shit. What they never do is watch my live content. So what I mean, like, if people always are going to talk about me, they literally never watch me. They only watch the out of context detractor highlights, which will focus on negative stuff. So, of course, what's the latest negative topic? Oh, well, Phil was really mean to his audience. He said that they gave him no support and he was going to give them nothing from now on, which isn't what happened. But Asmongold doesn't know that. He watches the detractor content and thinks that this is what's going on right now. Of course, he fully believes it at face value and thinks that it's all true, and then says stuff about me. So why are we still talking about it? Oh, well, because Asmongold brought it up. I don't give a fuck what Asmongold brings up. Why do I give a shit? Doesn't affect me in any way. Just another wave of people who come to my content and say, oh, you suck, you suck. Okay, great. See you later. And now today is a normal day for me because I don't care. I don't give a shit. As for Asmongold, I don't give a fuck what he says. I don't even know what he said. I don't care. He literally reacts to detractor content, which is always skewed. If he actually wanted a real perspective on someone, he would actually watch their real content. Like, instead of watching detractor clips on X, he would say, oh, is he streaming right now? Let's see what he's doing. And then tune into the stream and then judge for yourself rather than just the out of context shit. But he doesn't care. He has a giant crowd who watch him, and he literally just watches the clips. He always has. He's a clip watcher, right? Like, that's what he does.
This all culminated with Phil's daily rap that day, where once again, he addressed the people telling him he was mentioned on Asmongold's stream.
Topics tonight included a lot of various different things. In general, there was a little bit of discussion about other bigger YouTubers reacting to content from people like me, but it's always detractor content and stuff like that. But there was a lot of fun conversation that was positive as well. A chill night.
The next day, on November 13th, and still not done with the drama, Phil would use a Pokemon he caught called Asmongold and brought it into the party.
We have the 37 Asmongold. All right, I guess we're bringing Asmongold into the party here.
Phil also told us that he has no interest in cooking because people are crazy and will use anything they see to ruin his life. Personally, I think he's just not a very good cook. We've all seen Cooking with the King, Phil.
Why not combine DSP Tries It with Cooking with the King and cook recipes from around the world and your wife can be your sous chef? Because I'm not a cook. I have no desire to cook. I don't think that that's going to be valuable content because that has to be done in the kitchen. I can't live stream it. I don't want to show off my private life and things in my private life because of my detractors. Like, there's a million reasons why. That's why.
Later that day, even more people started learning about DSP when Sidescrollers introduced their guest of the day, Mally, to Phil's advanced e-begging, as well as May the Burst. Let's get some more highlights in.
By the end of today, between this stream of Pokemon and tonight's late stream of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, you can have your text messages back for moral support. So let's get that support flowing. Let's get it going. Let's get our first sub of the day. Then let's get a second sub of the day. Then let's get another 50 gifted subs on top of that. And we'll almost be there. Let's go. What's wrong? What do you mean it's a scam? What are you talking about? It's a steal. It's a discount. It was supposed to be 107. Now it's 75. I'm giving you the deal of a lifetime here.
Oh, a lifetime?
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it definitely comes across as desperate.
Oh, there's more. Hold on. Let's see.
Desperate is not even the first word I would use for him.
I'm trying to be nice.
I agree.
When you have a electric bill, does the electric company call you and say, hey, bub, guess what? Today, we're taking $130 off your electric bill just like that because we feel like it.
Hey, how nice. Can we just stop down? How nice of Phil comparing himself to the electric company.
Yeah. Okay. That we've now taken a step into the world of entitlement for sure.
She doesn't know.
Why don't you tell him about the camera being on the whole time?
She doesn't
People
know.
keep commenting that. I don't know what that means.
Listen, she doesn't understand.
Kay is getting. I don't know what that means. Ten people have said the camera was on the whole time. I don't know what that means.
You mean to tell me that you don't know what this means?
What is this? This person looks dead.
Oh, I mean, you know.
No, this person is an.
He's
quite alive.
He's very much alive and enjoying life.
Paul, get the clip, please, for the love of God.
I don't know. Can we even share the clip?
Yes, of course.
I don't think I've even seen the clip. I've only ever just seen images.
He was just gonna stream one day, and let me just go start this really fast. And
I think I get it.
Nope.
I actually I'm so wildly uncomfortable.
Yep.
There it is.
The head thrown back.
See, he wasn't dead, Mally. He was living his life.
He was alive.
To the fullest.
This is classic internet. So here we go.
What is up, everyone? Hello, and welcome. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Awkward.
Hello.
Even Asmongold would do another short Phil segment addressing Phil's recent comments on him, pointing out how Phil is the world's biggest e-beggar on the planet.
Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for... Oh, well, he was talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue.
So, for 15 years. Yeah?
So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions. You made the monster. You're like the current Phil that asks for contributions. You made the monster.
Oh, shit!
You're Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, shit.
Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did. Tough shit.
Phil would then actually address people calling him an e-beggar, as well as a short little rant about his detractors calling him broke with a turkey behind him. What do you Phil people see in this man? I actually felt brain dead listening to this.
It is absolutely official. That is another goal here on today's stream hit. Thank you all so very much. I don't know what it is. There's something in the water about the Pokemon Chill streams. People love them. I love them. We're having a great time every time we play. Pokemon are getting named. We're having a good one. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Again, at a time when the internet has absolutely no idea what they're talking about, insulting me out of context, saying that I'm a broke bum who needs to beg and is desperate for money. I have days like today that are amazing. And so again, the internet just wants to talk junk and be toxic about me all the time. Literally has no idea of reality. People saying dumb stuff like, I would rather work 2 jobs at McDonald's than be DSP. Well, that's because you're a stupid, misinformed idiot. My life is great. My work is great. Everything is great. We all enjoy each other's company. People love what I do. Why on earth would I ever want to do something else? I'd have to be a complete idiot because this is amazing and it's positive fun. Unlike the toxic people who talk about me all the time and have no clue what they're talking about. All they can do to get any kind of attention for themselves is to insult others. I can sit here and play Pokemon and have a good time.
Phil would then go on a tangent about how successful he really is. Again, all because some people decided they were going to call him broke.
Monty Talks, you are such an idiot. He says, do you know the least successful people are ones who have to say they're successful every day to cope? No, I say it every day because people tell me I'm not, but I am. I don't sit around just saying I'm successful. People literally every day on the internet say, Phil's broke, Phil's a bum, Phil hates his job, Phil has no fans, Phil's wife left him, Phil is, literally every single thing they say about me is false. It's not like it used to be where it was like, man, Phil's toxic and he says sexist, racist things in his content and he insults others all the time. Literally, that was true. Over the years, I changed and improved. Now the things they say are actual lies. But people are so ignorant on the internet, they just believe it all. They're so dumb. I don't know what else to say. So I'm not sitting here coping. I'm actually telling you the truth. If you think it's a cope, it's because you're an idiot who doesn't see facts. You actually right now would tell me I'm broke. Really? Really? I'm broke. I sat around on a podcast, I'm playing Pokemon, and I'm doing incredibly well for myself, but you think I'm broke. So when I say I'm not broke, I'm successful, take a look, you say, oh, that's a cope. That's not a cope. That's me explaining reality to you because you're so disturbed and deluded in your head, you believe otherwise. What you need is a reality check. You need someone to actually slap sense into you. Maybe a relative, a family member, a psychiatrist, someone, because you're so delusional.
Hours later that day, on a Chill with Phil live stream, Phil would once again go over other YouTubers and streamers talking about him, and how this was a problem because it's not him that's lazy, it's them.
But you see, again, this is what I tried to explain to outsiders to the situation, right? You and I, because you've been here all night and you know me, you know I'm messing around. Guys, we already hit the goal. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's crazy that we got no support on Kick. Actually, it is. I'm shocked that no one came by to chill with me tonight on Kick and support at all. It is shocking. But it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm not going to sit here and, let me turn off features and shit. I'm not going to do that. But we're joking. And you get the joke. But the morons of the internet don't. So when someone will clip that segment and post it up on X again and be like, this is what happened tonight. These idiots will actually think that's what fucking happened because they're that dumb. They're too lazy to take 10 fucking seconds to look at the raw content and see what actually happened. They just want to be the one to blow up the drama for personal gain. Whether it's some Joe Schmo nobody who watches it and laughs, whether it's a YouTuber that watches it and laughs, it doesn't matter. You're watching fake content. But you don't care because you're dumb. It's sad. This is what the entire generation has become of content creators. People who just make fake content. I watch something someone else made. I react to it. And it's nonsense because it's not real. The content you're watching is fabricated and fake. It's a joke. It's out of context. You think it's real because you're stupid. But now, because you have a following, everyone hears it. Oh, so funny. Now we hate that person. And now there's absolutely no responsibility and no repercussion for the person who reacted. Why? Why? Why is there no responsibility and repercussion? You just created a piece of actual slander or defamation. Why are you not held accountable for it? Because you're some big shot? No, fuck that. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions on the internet. Everyone, big, small. This is nonsense. And it's bullshit that people then have to put up with the nonsense after. Lucky for me, as I've told you guys, I have built myself a legacy where it doesn't matter what people say about me. I'm not going to get canceled, right? How can I grow when internet content creation in 2025 is we react to nonsense, we act like it's real, we don't care if we hurt someone in the process as long as we get clickbait fucking views and we make money. No culpability, no accountability. Just say whatever the fuck you want, get away from it, right? Get away with everything.
Even though Phil said he wasn't talking about Asmongold, he would then directly name drop Asmon, now saying that everything he said was slander, as well as how there are detractors everywhere.
There's content creators out there who are millionaires who shouldn't have a dollar because they made it on the backs of everyone else. I'm not saying that about Asmongold right now because I know he's the one that this week reacted to me. I'm not saying that about him specifically. He's made content over the years. He's earned where he is with his stature and all of that. But the point I'm making here is you shouldn't have blatant, outright immunity. Just because you reach a certain point, now I'll just dump on anyone and I get popularity and money and everything from it. Why? What makes it okay? Oh, he's a generational roach. He's been begging for all this time. The fuck are you talking about? That wasn't even my job back then. But you're watching something out of context that people put out of context to make me look bad, but you think that's okay. It's not. Never is it. It's never okay. Why do content creators have immunity? And this happens to me all the time. This is why this channel will not grow. I can't get a new fan base because every time that I have a chance to do something that might hit the algorithm or grow, someone dumps on me. And it's always for bullshit. Enough of this shit.
Phil would then let us know he was upset he never got the Asmongold boost people often get when he shows them on his streams, and then challenged Asmon to talk to him directly, and even had the audacity to say, act like an adult.
Now, I have to deal with the repercussions all week. I got assholes coming to my streams. I got morons leaving comments negative. And the funny part, again, is some people actually said to me this week, this is actually some friends of mine from back in the day. They said, did you see that Asmongold talked about you this week? And I said, yes, I did. Well, you must be loving it, Phil, because you must be rolling in attention and dough. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, because everyone that Asmongold talks about, positive or negative, gets a big boost and people come to their content. And, I was like, no, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. My viewership is not a toxic viewership. People don't come to DSP Gaming to hear me attack someone, to hear me crap on someone. The day that this happened, I could have had the entire day be me just attack him and look at his content and say he sucks and insult him. You notice I didn't do that? You notice I just ignored it? Because I don't benefit from that. I don't benefit from being a toxic jerk and attacking people. I benefit from making chill, positive content for my small audience. My audience doesn't like drama. I know. I tried it last year. It didn't work. Everyone told me to stop. They said, Phil, stop with the drama. You're going to lose the core audience who has supported you all these years because you're so heavy into the drama. You're already wrong. You're already late to the game and the narrative is false already, but no one listens to the person involved. No one came and actually watched my content this week because of Asmongold. No one. Instead, all it was negative comments and downvotes on the on-demand videos and go thumbs up and liking the detractor content. That's the community that these kind of people are perpetrating when they are promoting when they act like that. If you're a giant content creator, you have an issue with someone, actually talk to the fucking person. I'm right here. I'm an accessible dude. I got DMs on X. You can email me. We could talk, or we could have a conversation on a stream. Instead of just sitting there and dumping on someone, which is so easy to do because there's nothing of a consequence for you for it. All the pain is on my end, right? But that would actually take some effort. That would take some responsibility. I just had enough of it. Act like a mature fucking adult and actually treat people with respect who don't dump on you. I don't dump on people. I just sit here and relax and play fucking games. Either leave me alone, or if you have an issue with me, come talk to me about it in person like a man. Stop being this impersonal, I'm mightier than now, dumping on everyone, laughing on everyone. Enough of this shit. Really, I've had enough of it. And it's not just Asmongold, but anyone. If you don't like Darkside Phil, you tell me to my fucking face, and we'll have it out. And at the end of the day, we don't see eye to eye, that's fine. But at the very least, it's not a one-sided thing where you get massive personal gain and I have to put up with shit-eating all week. Because I've had enough of the shit-eating, really, I have.
Phil then called the people who react to detractor content and laugh at him are bitches, and that he's going to keep doing what he's always been doing. DSP really will outlive us all.
So it's this simple. From now on, anyone who does it, anyone who dumps on me, publicly I'm saying it to you right now, you're a bitch. Because you didn't have man enough fucking courage to say it to me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me my content is awful. Tell me that I'm a fucking beggar and I'm a scammer. Prove it. Or else, shut the fuck up.
The next day on November 13th, and Phil, while streaming Call of Duty, got stream sniped by somebody using the clan tag Asmo with the username CatIsFat. The moment Phil noticed, he got out of there. He also missed like all his shots while playing and said it was bugged game mechanics.
All right. Not so bad for our first attempt. You know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to use my experience booster tokens. Let's do that right now. That sucks. I have them. Look. I totally goofed and didn't use them. Let's use them both right now for tonight. And now let's take a look at the build. Are you kidding? He danced through the bullets and took no damage.
Phil said or did nothing interesting the rest of the day. But the next day on November 14th, an Asmon went live and started out with Phil himself on stream.
Y'all hear me? How we doing? Welcome back. Yep. Had a day off yesterday. Got a bunch of shit done. And it was usually my days off are busier than my days on. And this was no exception. Got a lot of things done. I'm glad about that. And now we're back in it, back at it again. Heard the Trump news. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't seen any of that stuff at all.
Asmon then spoke on the ripple effect that speaking about Phil had caused.
Me talking about Darkside Phil has created a ripple effect that I didn't predict. I couldn't have predicted.
You and I, because you've been here all night and you know me, you know I'm messing around. Guys, we already hit the goal. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's crazy that we got no support on Kick. Actually, it is. I'm shocked that no one came by to chill with me tonight on Kick and support at all. It is shocking.
Oh, God. He's like, well, we're just joking around. But to be serious, though, it is actually true that nobody did support. And, like, that's crazy because, like, I was here all day and, like, nobody gave me any money. But, like, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
Not the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm not going to sit here and, let me turn off features and shit. I'm not going to do that. But we're joking. And, like, you get the joke.
Okay.
But the morons of the internet don't.
I'm the
so
moron.
When someone will clip that segment and post it up on X again and be like, this is what happened tonight. These idiots.
That's what's happening right now.
Asmon was even kind enough to say that nothing can keep Phil down and that you need to respect the roach.
It doesn't matter what people say about me. I'm not going to get canceled, right? It doesn't matter.
You did get banned on Twitch. Why did he get banned on Twitch? Does anyone remember why he got banned on Twitch? I forgot.
I'm still going to be here tomorrow. I'm still going to make the...
That's true, and I have to respect DSP. I do. You got to respect Phil. He's still out there swinging, regardless of everything, regardless of how many million view videos that I put out about him or anything like that. He's still out there. Like, you got to respect the roach, bro. Like, this dude gets cut in half, and he says, wait a minute, I'm not done yet. That's it. Yeah, I again, it's funny to watch him crash out and do stupid stuff, but, like, I don't really hate the guy. I think it's just funny.
Asmon even offered to help get Phil unbanned on Twitch, something that Phil would later deny.
What do you think, they care about weird stuff on Twitch? Apparently they don't. I think you need to get unbanned on Twitch, Phil. I do. I think you need to get unbanned on Twitch as a personal investment to me so I can farm your crash outs even more. I think Phil should get unbanned from Twitch. I think we should try to get him unbanned.
Asmon would then start asking the real questions. What's up with WWE champions, and why does Phil spend so much money on it?
But the problem, though, is that there's like these 8-hour compilations of you asking for money because they didn't reciprocate, right? Like, because if that was true, then... And what is this thing about this wrestling gotcha game? Like, because I never really got to the bottom of this. What is this about, that wrestling gotcha game? What is that?
I hope you feel that way, because that seems to be the case for me. When I focus on drama, it never works. It's only...
So that's why you're mad. You're not mad that I'm focusing on drama. You're mad that your drama isn't working. Well, hey, listen. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I focus on the positive
What
stuff,
the hell?
that I get success. So that's why I'm not going to care about what these idiots are saying and doing, and a million videos being made about me again for the millionth time, all based on, again, misinformation. I don't care. Like I said, they're actually saying Phil's broke, and he constantly, every day is begging, constantly saying that he doesn't get contributions and he needs support. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes.
Really? Did you ever tune into a single stream?
I have, Phil. I've got to tell you. I've seen a lot of detractor videos. More than I care to admit. You ask for money a lot. Like, pretty much every time. You do. You ask a lot for money. Yeah, there it is, guys. And donate $20 to thank him for the content. We got to get him unbanned on Twitch, man. We've got to get we got to get him unbanned. That's what's got to happen. And I don't know what else to say, right?
Well, earlier that night at 3 a.m., Phil, in a drunken state, had finally had enough and tweeted this to Asmongold. Hey, Asmongold, read your ex DMs, you lazy shit, or else stop talking about me like a bitch. Asmon, not willing to let good drama go unfarmed, would then show this off on his stream, saying that he was willing to make an exception, usually not doing interviews, and actually speak to Phil on livestream.
Let me see. There's this, and where's this comment here about fucking DSP? Yeah, here it is. DSP escalates his ongoing feud with Asmongold. Hey, Asmongold, read your DMs, you lazy shit, or else stop talking about me like a bitch. He says I'm misinformed. He says he was never banned from Twitch. He closed the channel himself. So it says it's been closed by the user. Why did he close it? So did he get banned? So he got unbanned and he closed it. So he... Wait a minute. So... And I'm not going to read everything he said, obviously, because, I'm not going to leak DMs. I mean, he wants to talk to me. I hate interacting with people, but this is a content opportunity. This is a pretty big one. He's using this way to save his dying channel with your platform? You act like that's a problem for me. You guys might not really understand the way that I think about things, but so I know that there are people that are using me in some cases, but if I think that I'm getting something out of it, I don't really care. This doesn't matter to me. I usually don't do this. I actually hate talking to people. But this is so ridiculous that I will make a one-time exception, okay? And yeah, I will do it. If he wants to come on my stream and explain how I was wrong, and you're gonna be able to do it in front of everybody. You can do it live in front of everybody here. What if he wants it to be on his channel and not yours? Well, I mean, it could be on both of our channels. He could go live at the same time. That's fine. Yeah, I don't care. It's up to him. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to upload it himself, go ahead. Sure. Not a problem to me.
Well, later that day, Phil, on his Level 1 podcast, would give us an update on the Asmon situation, making sure to let us all know he isn't poor and that detractor content is not the real Phil.
I don't have an update for you. I wish that I did. All right, so here's what's going on in a nutshell, very briefly. I'm going to summarize it as quickly as I can. In the last week, the streamer/content creator Asmongold started watching my detractor content publicly on his stream. Not once, but twice. Okay, I didn't actually see the raw reaction to it, but I saw clips of it, and basically, he's seeing stuff completely out of context. Okay, completely out of context. He thinks I'm banned on Twitch TV. He thinks that I'm poor. All these things that are completely wrong. But that's what my detractors say about me. So he watches it, he believes it. So a couple times in the last week, when people were asking me about it, particularly, for example, during my truck sim stream last week and stuff like that, I would respond and be like, listen, in general, I stay out of this stuff. I gave my opinions on it, basically publicly saying he's reacting to content that's out of context. He'll believe it because he's meant to believe it based on the way that content is presented. And it ain't fair, but what can I do? It's punching down. I have no way to defend myself against it because he has an insane audience. I don't, right? Everything that I say gets misconstrued, gets misrepresented on the internet by my haters. Right? So I didn't think it was fair. I felt I was upset about it. I don't think that's fair that happens. But hey, what I did say is I don't care because I'm going to be doing my thing no matter what. It ain't going to hurt me in the long run. Every single person has done this. Every single person, it seems, will at some point. He's not the first big guy to talk shit about me. So it is what it is. So the thing is, people kept sending him these little reactions that I would have to it. And then eventually, after going back and forth, okay, just reacting to my stuff. I said the other day, I said, you know, it's easy for this guy to just keep reacting to the detractor content, but then why doesn't he talk to the person? Why doesn't he watch the raw content? If he would just sit here and watch my podcast, sit here and watch me play a game, he would see what my stream actually is. And if you want to know the truth, I think what he would say is my content's boring. He would probably not think that I'm that entertaining. It's only when you take the crash out moments, the times that I ask for contributions, and you put them together as like, oh, that's all Phil does. That's when you get that drama entertainment out of it. Okay? So I said, it's not fair. He should give me a fair shake. He should watch the content, or he should actually talk to me about it instead of laughing at the toxic stuff that's out of context, because his audience then thinks that's who I am. Okay? So after having that back and forth, all right, the other night, I did a tweet at him that was insulting on purpose to get his attention. Now you might say, well, wait a minute. Why did you do it that way? Why weren't you nice? Because if I were nice, he never would have responded. Straight up. The only way to get attention on the internet in the modern day is to be a dick.
Unfortunately, Phil wouldn't tell us what was said in the DMs he had with Asmon, but he did give us a rundown on it. Oh, and Phil also said Asmon's show is all over the place.
So I tweeted at him basically saying, hey, stop being a bitch, read your DMs. And then I sent him a DM. And I'm not going to read the DM word for word or anything, but to paraphrase, what I said in the DM was, hey, I'll say right up front, I apologize for being abrasive in that tweet, but I knew that sending it that way, people would send it to you to get your attention, so you'd actually read this DM. That if I didn't do it that way, you never would have seen this. But anyway, what I said to him was, you have all these misconceptions about me. You think I'm banned from Twitch? False. You think I'm poor? False. I have all these things, you know, and this is the stuff that's propagated on the internet about me. So, you know, let's have a real discussion. If you have questions, if you have things that you have issue with me, why don't we just talk about it? Rather than you watch the detractor videos that will give you the skewed perspective, I can give you the answers you want. Right now, I can explain the whole situation of what happened with Twitch, and you would get it because I'm not banned, right? So that's all I said. And then I guess yesterday, people said, hey, Phil DM'd you, you know, so then he went and read my DM and he reacted to it on his show and basically said, all right, I never do this, but since it seems like it's content that would be entertaining for me, for him, I would be willing to do this. Okay? So his perspective is we could co-stream it. Like he streams his side, I stream my side. So I would be here on my channel, he'd be on his channel. And I'm okay with that. You know, the way I would do it, I would treat it just like any other guest on the show, where there's no pop-ups, there's no distractions. I'm not reading chat. It's just him and me talking for an hour or two, however long he wants to be on the show, right? He can stream his end on his show. So it's basically a co-show, if you really think about it. We retain the rights to each side to put on our channels. And then what I would do is after that, do a decompression session with you guys like I always do after I have a guest on, where we just chill for like an hour and we talk about what just happened. I could then do shout outs for contributions and the like. Okay? So I'm totally down with that 100%. And I responded to him last night and said as much. I said, hey, I'm down for that. And I even suggested, I said, this week, Monday or Tuesday would be perfect. That I could do a show either Monday or Tuesday from like noon to 2 p.m. Pacific time, because he broadcasts the same times I do. Like as I was turning my stream on today, people were saying, oh, he just went live too. So I think we broadcast like the same times, right? So it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. We don't have to change our schedules or nothing. We would just do it maybe around noonish, my time. We do like a little 1 to 2 hour thing, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Now, the reason I saved this for the end of the show, I was hoping he would have responded to me today, but he didn't. He hasn't responded. So I guess it's not going to be tomorrow. Because if it were going to be tomorrow, you would have think he would have read it and responded by now, you know, because it sucks because I wanted to say, hey, lock it in. I can't lock it in right now. So what I would say is I would hope that he'll respond in the next 24 hours and we'll do it maybe Tuesday. So that'll be Tuesday's podcast and likely Tuesday's main gameplay stream. Like it won't be gameplay. It's going to be this. Okay. But that's if he agrees, and he hasn't agreed yet. His show is all over the place. Like it's people suggesting stuff for him to react to and stuff. And I guess no one brought it up today that he would respond to it yet. So he hasn't responded yet. You know what I'm saying?
On his own stream, Asmon would talk about interviewing DSP and made the statement he wasn't watching detractor content, this was raw fill.
I'm going to summarize it as quickly as I can. In the last week, the streamer / content creator Asmongold started watching my detractor content publicly on his stream. Not once, but twice.
It's not detractor content, because detractor content has to have a degree of editorializing in it. There's no editorializing in the video. There's no editorializing content. Like, nothing got editorialized. It was not edited in a way. It was just a clip of you doing something. That's it.
Okay? I didn't actually see the raw reaction to it, but I saw clips of it, and basically, he's seeing stuff completely out of context.
Oh!
Okay? Completely out of context. He thinks I'm banned on Twitch TV. He thinks that I'm poor.
Well, you did get banned.
All these things that are completely wrong. But that's what my detractors say about me. So he watches it, he believes it.
Well, if you're not poor, why do you always ask for money?
Times that I ask for contributions and you put them together as like, oh, that's all Phil does. That's when you get that drama.
But you have to admit that it is crazy that like every other day people make like a 30-minute compilation of you asking for money. Like, you really have to admit that's a lot of times that you've asked for money. It is. It's a lot. The only reason that I saw your tweet about me is the fact that it got reposted by the Yeet account. And you're right that I would not have seen your message because it didn't hit my messages. It didn't hit my message requests. It hit my spam folder. And I had to go all the way down into that in order to find the message. He's coming on the stream. It's happening this week.
He hasn't responded yet. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to be fair, Phil, what time did you message me? I'm going to pull it up right now. What time was this? Okay, here we go. And you messaged me at 2:35 in the morning. Okay.
Later that night, while doing some more late-night truck driving simulator, DSP would once again mention the interview and doubled down on how Asmongold is only watching detractors.
Look, Will, just did 500 kicks over on Kick. He says, I can't wait for Asmongold interview and ATS for the win. Well, it's going to be interesting because honestly, I don't know what he wants to talk about. Like, all I know is he's watching my detractor content. He's publicly stated. He says, I watch a lot of DSP detractor content. Okay. So he's probably going to ask about like all the shit that they just regurgitate on a daily basis. Most of the stuff they talk about, I don't even know what it is. I'm serious. Like all these memes and shit that they have, I don't know what they are. So he might ask me a question, be like, I actually don't know what they're referencing. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I watch 0 DSP detractor videos. 0. There's apparently from what I understand, there's an entire podcast based on me that goes on like every day. I've never seen one. I don't know anything about them. I pay no attention to any of this shit. So I guess we'll see what he has to ask. But like I said, I'm to be honest, if this goes down, okay, which he says he's interested in it and he really wants to do it. Okay, we just got to lock in the time we're going to do it. To be honest, this is the first time ever someone's reached out to me to just talk to me about it rather than just, saying, well, I'm just going to watch the detractor stuff and get cheap clickbait views and make a lot of money on it, which is typically what he does, right? He actually offered to talk to me for real. Well, that's actually very, very interesting. No one else has ever said, okay, we'll give you that benefit of the doubt. If you remember, a very similar thing happened a few years ago with Moist Critical, where he was constantly just watching the detractors clip me out of context and throw me on the internet in a negative light. And I said, if the guy really has issue with me, he should talk to me. And then Moist Critical said, oh, no, I don't do interviews or anything. Okay. If that's really how you want to handle it, you want to talk shit about someone, but you won't talk directly to them. Instead, you yell at them because you have a big audience and you punch down. I mean, fine, I guess. The truth is, I don't think anyone's, going to be like talking to me. Like if Asmongold does this week with me, I don't think he's going to be like, oh, wow. So everything that detractors ever said is false, because that's not true. The things that the detractors say are true. It's just that they over-exaggerate them to sound important when they're not. Like, Phil begs for money on his streams. Well, do I ask for contributions? Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. Do I get a little bit excited if I'm not hitting my goals? And do I get a little heated and ask for it a lot? Yes, sometimes I do. That's correct. Does anyone have a problem with it? Did you see people fleeing my content saying, oh, what a heinous villain. We hate this man. Is there literally any stream at all where I just sit here and I say, okay, it's the Begathon. All we're going to do today is talk about money, and I'm not going to do any content for you. We're not going to have a discussion. We're not going to hang out. We're not going to play a game. We're not going to, no, just going to sit here and say, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. Does that happen? But that's the thing. That's how they portray it. That's exactly how they portray it. It is completely unfair. So if he asks me the question, are you an e-beggar? Yeah, indeed I am. What, is he going to bring up the fucking Derek thing for the millionth time? Who gives a fuck? I don't care about any of that shit. Go ahead, ask away. Right?
At the end of the night, Phil talked about speaking with Asmon at the end of his daily rap.
And then lastly, as a quick update, if you didn't see the podcast, I'll summarize it for you here. So, Asmongold and I have been talking back and forth a little bit. On his show, he publicly said he wants to basically do some content with me. He wants to have a conversation, an interview, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be a co-stream. He'll stream it on his end. I'll stream it on my end. So I'll do it on like Level 1 podcast. He'll do it on whatever he calls his show. I don't know if it's just a stream or whatever for him. And I basically had messaged him and said, hey, I'm available Monday or Tuesday between like 12 noon to 2 p.m. Pacific time. We could do it. It'd be perfect because I do a podcast then anyway. So let's do it then. Apparently today on his show, he talked again that he wants to do it. He's going to do it. But I guess he's trying to figure out what he wants to ask me. I guess he has a thread on Reddit as what kind of question should I ask DSP? It's going to be all the same. Every question submitted will be exactly the same. Ask him about WWE champions. Ask him about his ex. Ask him about why he begs so much on stream. Ask him about his bankruptcy. Ask him, the same shit that I've been through 400 times. So every question will be stupid. Hopefully he'll have more than that. That won't just be the dumb questions that morons have regurgitated and I've already answered a million times. Because I'm really tired of doing the same interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like having someone of such big internet content creation stature interested in talking to me could be something different and interesting. Not, it's the same conversation, just someone else is doing it now. Like, I'm tired of doing the same conversations, but I guess we'll see. Okay. So the thing is, as of today, I don't have it locked in. I wish I could have said, we're going to do it Monday. We're going to do it Tuesday. I don't know. He didn't respond to my last DM on X, basically saying, hey, here's when I'm available to do it. So I don't know when he wants to do it. I'm assuming not tomorrow or he would have responded by now. So that means probably Tuesday. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
The next day, on November 17th, and Phil would talk about how he had no idea how he would fare in a boxing match against Asmon, possibly needing a ladder.
Very nice. Okay. So, Yogurt Stain did a $10 super chat. We already know you would whoop wings in a fight, but what do you think how would you measure up against Asmongold in a boxing match? To be honest, I don't know anything about Asmongold at all. Like, I don't know how tall he is. I don't know how big he is. Nothing at all. I've seen him on webcam a couple times. I don't know his build or nothing. I don't know if he's physically fit. I can't comment. I have no idea at all. So, I mean, I can't box. I would have to learn how to box, but if you're talking just like physically stacking us up, I have no clue. He's 7'2", 195 pounds. Is he really 7? Is he 7 feet? If so, that's crazy. 7 foot tall. Holy shit. I mean, I might need a stepladder to reach him. I'm only 5'11". I need a trampoline. I could bounce up and have a chance to strike him in the face like a boss fight. We have to platform up to hit the boss. I have to do like a flip up.
Totally unrelated to the whole Asmongold situation, but while playing Pokemon, Phil was shocked that his Pokemon with a 4x weakness lost.
Oh my goodness. Busted beyond belief. I can't do anything.
DSP would then confirm that the Asmon interview would be on the 18th, something that unfortunately wouldn't end up happening until later.
And I were doing a chill stream of a new game called Leave It Alone. It's an autumn-themed game where basically you're cleaning up like a yard. You're doing like yard work, cleaning leaves and stuff. But apparently there's some fun, cute stuff in it too. Tomorrow, I may or may not be playing Mario Galaxy 2, depending on if I have this appearance that I'm supposed to be meeting with Asmongold, do kind of a little like interview meet and greet thing. And that might or might not happen tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm playing Call of Duty again, Black Ops 7. So there's a lot of different stuff coming up in the next few days. You can check out the schedule on my page here. If you go to the hosts tab of my page, you'll see I post up my schedule every night. So, yes, Euthanasia, in regards to you keep asking about Asmongold, we're talking about doing this appearance, a co-stream. I want to do it tomorrow if I can, but I'm waiting for him to say yes or no. I talked to him last night and he said, strong chance he can do it today or tomorrow, but he doesn't want to lock in until he's sure he can do it. And he can't do it yet, or at least as of last night, he couldn't. And I'm waiting all day. I haven't heard from him yet. So I'm going to wait to see what he says.
At the very end of the day, on Phil's daily wrap, he let us know that maybe rushing this interview was not the best idea for him.
But if I have streams that I'm sitting here relaxing, just talking with you, and things are going really well, and then I find the stream that's stressful, that actually is hard work to get good at, is not getting a lot of engagement or support, you know what I'm going to lean towards more. You know what I'm going to do a lot more of, right? So I'm just saying, if you want to see Call of Duty, be here tomorrow. Please make it happen. Let's support it, all right? All right, so that is it. Tomorrow, a fun and full day. I hope that you will be here for it. One last thing, because everyone's going to ask, any updates, Phil? Any updates? Asmongold, any updates? No, nothing. I'll check. In fact, since I'm bringing it up as I'm filming this daily wrap and I'm about to adjourn, I'll check one last time. No. So I said this to my audience, and I'll talk about it more on the podcast tomorrow. All right. But I feel like perhaps this whole thing coming together and trying to be rushed was not a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, if you remember, originally I said I was going to do a second show with Wings of Redemption next week, early in the week. Or it could have been early in December. It hadn't been really locked in yet. Wings had told me to make that decision what I want to do. So maybe what I should do, instead of us trying to rush and then keep canceling and then, we don't know what's going to happen, I will propose tonight that if I'm going to do anything, a co-stream with Asmongold or whatever, it's next week, like maybe Monday, Tuesday. That way we both have time to lock it in, make sure it's going to happen, hype it up on our sides. Not that it's a last minute rush job. Okay. I don't know if his audience is like that. Mine isn't. Like, you guys, you want to know, you've been asking me all week, what's going on with this, right? I can't answer you. I literally don't know. So I'll let you, that's what I'm going to propose to him. Let's see how he responds, but it's not happening tomorrow. That's for sure. We'll see. What happens, okay? But I'll let you know, and my proposal will be, let's do it like Monday or Tuesday next week. And you might say, well, what about Wings then? Well, then we'll do the next meeting with Wings probably early December. The other date that I had proposed was like December 1st, and Wings is letting me choose, so probably what we'll do then, okay? So we'll all see tomorrow. We'll see. I'll propose this to him tonight. We'll see how he responds, and we'll go from there, okay?
Then, things went quiet as the plan changed to actually have the interview on the 24th, when Asmongold told his chat that today was the day.
Yeah, I have a little bit of stomach issues today and yesterday, but we're all right. We're back at it. Another day. I was the party and the food. It was good. And when will you grow your beard out? When it doesn't feel uncomfortable. I'll tell you that. Is DSP today? I messaged him. Let me see what he said. That's right. This X chat thing. God damn it. I have to do it with my phone. Okay. So I asked him, I was like, are you good for today? And I mean, to be fair, he did ask me the other day. I didn't confirm to him. So he should be around, right? And so, I don't know. I mean, he better show up. Yeah. I mean, I'll be around all day, right? So it's up to him. I'm sure he's got a really busy schedule. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff he's got to do. But maybe he can find time, right? Maybe he can find time to fit it in the schedule and come on the stream for like an hour, right? We'll have to find out, right? But who knows? And shout out from Brazil. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I hope one day I go to Brazil. Seems like a nice place. And please embarrass him. I'm going to just be a reasonable guy. I'm a very reasonable, nice guy.
Phil would then go live, giving a quick little intro to the upcoming interview, and then begged his audience to go tell Asmon to add Phil on Discord.
So here's the deal. I'm going to get you all caught up on what's going on because I need your help. I actually need the live viewers' help to make this happen today. I really do. All right. So here's the deal. As you know, Asmongold, the incredibly popular internet streamer, has been watching my detractors' clips. Okay? A lot of the stuff said in those clips is a nugget of truth or it's taken out of context. And as he watches these clips, he reacts to them on his stream. Of course, he gives his honest opinions about that stuff, which is fine. But he's reacting to stuff that's essentially half a story. For example, he reacts and says, oh, Phil's banned on Twitch. No, I'm not. I've heard that Asmongold has done this. with many different creators and people, and usually the people get a big boost. They could get thousands of new subs, views, contributions because he gave them attention. I get nothing. Okay, as you guys know, I stay out of drama. I want nothing to do with drama. All right, I just want to stream games, hang out with my audience, be chill. That's what I'm all about. So the fact that other people benefit from drama and I don't, I'm kind of a unique situation. There's also the fact that my content never gets found. And what I mean by that is Asmongold will bring me up. Everyone rushes to find DSP or DSP Gaming on YouTube, and they go and they click in the search and they get detractor content. They don't get my content. Do you see? It's just detractor content. That my stuff never shows up. And so because of that, you know, I don't benefit from literally any of it. And that's unfortunate. There's a difference between Casper Kitty. There's a difference between other people who maybe thrive on drama and me. My channel has been so hidden in the YouTube algorithm thanks to detractors gaming the system for so many years, using my name, my likeness, hashtags, everything you could think of to steal my content, that people can't find my content. I mean, case in point, earlier this year, there was someone who was making content about me in the FGC by the name of Button Check, and he wanted to talk to me and couldn't find me on the internet. He's like, where is Phil's actual content? All I can ever find is people who took his content and reposted it and edited it at this crappy peach fuzz quality. Where is his? He couldn't even find my channel. I reached out by doing a crazy, angry tweet / X post at Asmongold, essentially saying, answer your DMs, stop being a bitch and talking about me publicly. So in the DM, essentially what I said was, listen, the only reason I'm saying it like this is because it's the only way you're going to respond. If I don't say something negative or toxic publicly, no one will tell you I said it. You'll never get wind of it on your stream and you'll never respond. I need to get him on my Discord. I need to add him as a friend so that we can have this call. Okay? So I've been waiting all week to send me your Discord. So as of this morning, as I was setting up this stream, he DM'd me and he says, oh, here's my Discord. Are we doing it today? And I responded, yes, we're still doing it. I'm setting up right now. I go to send him a Discord invite. Oh, his Discord doesn't accept friend invites. I get the feeling he doesn't even know that. Okay? So as of right now, I cannot do a call with him because I can't add him. So I responded and sent him my Discord, and I need him to add me as a friend. So all of you here who are live watching right now, please let him know I need him to add me on Discord as a friend. I can't add him because he has it disabled. Okay? And then once we're together on Discord, then we can do the thing. But I can't do it till he adds me as a friend. All right? So that's where we're at right now. I'm literally just sitting here hanging out with you guys until he adds me as a friend on Discord, and then we can do the call. But I can't do it right now. I'm waiting. Why can't I do it myself? Do what? Contact him? How? I can't talk in his kick chat. His kick chat says you need to watch for 10,000 minutes, and I'm not on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch account. I can't contact him. That's why I'm talking right now publicly on my stream. There's thousands of you watching right now who can tell him that he needs to add me on Discord. So what we're going to do, until he adds me on Discord, I can't do anything. So I'm just going to sit here and chill with you guys until he adds me on Discord, and then we're going to have the call. Okay?
Asmongold actually got the message on stream and then added Phil.
Now, where's this thing with DSP? So, where does it say? Okay, I gotta add him. Where's this fucking thing? Give me a second. I gotta add him to my friends. Add friend. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, I added him. So I'm not going to start it yet. I'll do it in like maybe 10, 15 minutes, right? And that's it. DSP will beg for money. You think he's going to beg for money on my stream? That'd be pretty funny, right? It would be. I just messaged him, so we'll see what happens. And we're gonna talk to DSP today, and we're gonna get his side of the story, because there's been a lot of people have been showing me these clips. I've seen a lot of these clips over the years, and I kind of wanted to get to the other the other side of it, right? To get two sides of the story. And I hardly ever do any sort of like a collab stream or anything like that. I never really talk to anybody on my stream, hardly. I'm not really a big fan of that, but with something like this, a situation like this, I figured, you know what? I think it's okay to make an exception, right?
Back to Phil, and he would tell us how he was expecting the same questions as always.
What am I expecting? I'm expecting him to ask me all the questions that the detractors always ask, which is the same shit I've answered a zillion times, and the answers aren't very interesting, quite frankly. Especially now, because again, they're going to ask all the dumb questions about mobile game spending in my past, and all kinds of dumb shit that doesn't apply anymore. Like I said, the last year and a half, so much has changed that it's not a big deal anymore. That's why I'm doing good. But he doesn't know that. He's following this outdated detractor narrative that they spew every day to get clickbait views. Some people say, Asmongold is a snake and you got to be careful. Other people are like, no, Asmongold's actually a really down-to-earth guy. He wants to have a conversation with you, and that's cool because no one else does. They'll just crap on you but not give you the time of day, but he's giving you a chance. And he's got a big platform, so he knows that this is something that can help you. To which I respond, I honestly don't know if that's the case. Again, like, no one can even find my content on YouTube. So even if this goes well, I don't know if a single viewer of his will find DSP Gaming. They could go right to the detractor content and give them views instead. That's just how it is.
Phil would then immediately start complaining about how he never got the Asmongold boost that others get. And after, when he finally did, he squandered it.
So far, with Asmongold reacting to my stuff, I have gotten nothing but hateful comments on my videos saying, oh, Asmongold watched you, haha, you're a clown. That's it. I've gotten no extra views, no extra subs, no extra income whatsoever. Anyone who actually, like, oh, let's find DSP, they went and watched the detractor videos. They didn't actually find me. So I didn't get anything out of it, you see? So here, at least, for me to be able to talk with the guy and go back and forth a little bit, hang out this afternoon, at least I think that's a fair shake. You know what I mean? At least he's giving me the fair shake.
Asmon then announced the interview was happening.
All right, guys, we have a very special episode today. We have a very important guest. Today, we're going to bring on DSP. This has been a long time coming. I know a lot of people have asked for me to talk to him, and I think he wanted to talk to me and clear the air and explain kind of where he was coming from with a lot of the things that's been going on with him. So I figured we could take a few minutes and talk with him and see kind of where things are going. And let's go. That's right. Yep, I've seen his content off and on for many years, and so let's get this started. Okay, I'm gonna call him.
Phil was so lazy that he never showed Asmon on his end, but Asmongold took like 20 seconds to get both of them on screen, making his version the good one and Phil's version worthless.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hello?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's very loud, so hold on. Let me
Oh, sorry about that.
Here.
Yeah, I'm used to yelling.
It's all good. I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I don't have it on. I don't have it set up. Like, I could probably pull up. Let me see if I can pull this up on Discord as well. I could probably put it on here. Give me 1 second. I'm always afraid to show my Discord, but I think there's nothing really that's bad here. Give me 1 second. I'll just do this. Are you live right now?
I am live, but I don't have any of this on my stream yet. I'm gonna put it on in a moment once
yeah,
you're
I'm
in,
sorry.
so.
I can't. I don't think I have my cam. Like, you can just open up my stream, right? If you want to do that, that makes it easier. But like, that's the only thing I can really do. Yeah, sorry about that. I just don't really have it planned.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you? I've seen your videos on and off for the last 10 years, and now I'm talking to you. That's odd.
10 freaking years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That you've been watching this stuff for that long. Now, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
When you say you've been watching my videos,
you're right.
Asmon then started to ask the real questions right from the beginning of the stream.
We got to get something straight.
Okay.
Can I just say it? Is it all right if I just we just talk straight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so whenever you went on stream and you accidentally got caught jerking off, you got suspended by Twitch, right?
No.
What?
I was not streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on YouTube.
So you weren't streaming on Twitch when that happened?
No, I was actually not a Twitch streamer at that time. I was only streaming on YouTube, and nothing happened at all. I had zero repercussions for it because there was no nudity, there was no sound. It was just my O face, basically.
Right, of course. And so, why don't you stream on Twitch?
It's a good question.
I mean, wouldn't you just make more money? You're streaming on Kick, you're streaming on YouTube. At least on Twitch, because here's the way I see it, right? Is that if you're streaming on Twitch, you can at least make some money from ads. But if you're streaming on YouTube, how the fuck do you make any money? Because you're gonna get fucking super chats maybe, or a subscription, but that's about it, right?
No. I mean, I get ad revenue on every stream that I do on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not
if it were a video playing.
Yeah, it's not like Twitch though. Twitch pays way more.
Twitch pays way more for ads.
They still do. They still do. If you're not like me, for me, I like talking about politics, and so I get paid about 3 cents a day. But if you don't do that, you get thousands of dollars.
We would also get to hear what Phil considers a detractor as opposed to a run-of-the-mill troll.
But so you're talking about, I know that some of my viewers might not be familiar with this. You're talking about this term detractors. Can you expand on that?
So there's a difference between an internet troll and a detractor. Okay, an internet troll is just someone who wants to make fun of you, razz you every once in a while. A detractor is someone who is absolutely dedicated to your downfall.
Okay.
Someone who spends untold amounts of time watching and stalking your content, trying to nitpick, trying to find flaws in your character so that then they can highlight them and try to make you look bad for personal gain. That's what I consider.
So do you think that they really want you to fail, or do they just want to I think that they want to keep you down, but they don't want you to fail, because if it's kind of like harvesting a crop in a way, right? Because if they totally get rid of your content, then as you said, they're not going to make any fucking money. So they want you to succeed, but just in a very, very limited way, right?
I would say to some extent you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot of them, that is their game. The problem is it's not necessarily the people making the content that's the problem. It's the people that watch their content.
Oh.
They don't understand the context
of
the content.
So I'm the problem.
And then they come after me. Oh, no, not you. I'm saying some of their diehard fans.
When questioned, Phil would give his 5th version of the phone game story, claiming that he spent a sports car's worth of money on it when talking to Wingo a few weeks prior, and now lowering that number down to 10K.
Is it real? Did you really spend a sports car worth of money on this game?
Well, the game, let's give you a full background. The game came out in 2017. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's been out since then. So it's over 8.5 years the game has been out. Since the game came out, yeah, I've spent a lot of money on it, for sure. 100%.
Because I've seen numbers, and I'm these numbers can't be real, because people were basing it off your bank account leaks and everything else. And it's Phil has spent $100,000 off this game in the last 10 years.
The truth is, I have absolutely no clue how much I've spent. I don't. I really don't. I never tallied it all up or whatever.
But people are going to take that. Even if you got 50% off, that's still $50,000 of $100,000. That's a Chevrolet Tahoe.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I think what it is everyone has something that they like to spend money on.
Well, you get some people on that Genshin Impact game, they think that they're in love with the characters, so you can never be sure. All right, go ahead, continue.
No, I chose to spend the money, and it's bad. Yes, at one point I was way overspending on these games.
Yes.
The only reason that WWE Champions is the one they bring up is because that's the one that they think they had the information, they've got the red-handed, they caught me and all of that.
They got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I played WWE Champions. I own an account that was called one thing. I changed the name to Down from the Rafters. I spent a lot of money on it. And then years ago, I sold it. I got rid of it because I couldn't play it anymore because these people were actually harassing me so much trying to play it They got me kicked out of every faction that I tried to join. They were trying to like data mine fucking Discord servers and shit to figure out if I ever talked to anyone. I had enough.
Yeah.
So I sold it at a ridiculous discount. I just got rid of it. Now to this day,
how much was the down from the Rafters account? How much money did you spend on that account total? Like again, just ballpark.
Okay, let's think. I'll try to ballpark. Yeah, I will.
$10,000.
I would say, well, hold on, because okay, WWE Champions started in 2017. Okay, that's when the game actually began.
It's 8 years.
You couldn't really spend too much money in the early days. It was more like 2-3 years in that they changed it, and then all of a sudden you could start spending a lot of money. And it was about a year and a half that I really spent too much. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I definitely spent, no exaggeration, I probably spent $10,000 on that game. Yes.
$20,000.
That's a maybe.
$25,000.
Probably not.
$30,000.
Definitely not.
Definitely. Okay. All right. So it's between probably $15,000 and $25,000. Does that sound pretty accurate? Okay. All right. That's
probably
good.
Phil even let us know what side he's on when it comes to Collargate and how Phil knows what Hassan did. Pretty based.
And I see unfair treatment of streamers on Twitch, where one streamer says and does one thing and is treated incredibly harshly by their team, and another person literally says and does the same thing or worse, slap on the wrist or absolutely no repercussions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't stand for that at all. That actually gets me so much. I would never stand to make content on a platform like that that's going to not be fair. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't. I feel like I was mistreated in 2021. They are coming down on me saying that I'm a hateful person, hateful content. What content? Tell me what I did to spurn this reaction. We don't have to legally. Well, then I don't have to use your business.
Fucking based, honestly. Like, I'm going to be real. Have you seen some of the recent Twitch controversies?
Indeed, I have. Yes, I do still follow some of those. Yes.
Did he shock the dog or not?
It appears he did. I don't know if he did, but it appears he did.
All right, that settles it.
After the interview, Asmongold had quite a reaction to show how it went on his end.
Okay, got it. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, and we'll keep in touch, and I'll talk to you later, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
All right, I'll see you later. Peace. Man. Man! Can you believe that? Oh my god. Excellent talk. Yeah, that was fucking funny. Great talk. That was cool. Way more bass than I thought. Yeah. Did you guys like it? Was that enjoyable? I don't usually do. I don't really bring people on very often, right? I don't do that. But I thought, like this is, a special occasion. It's a very special occasion. So I had to do it. And I hope you guys had fun. You should talk to people more. That's really funny. That's what a funny guy. We've got a Joker in chat. That's great, huh? How about that?
Phil also thought it had gone well, as smug as ever.
Thank you so much, man. See you later.
All right. I'll see you later. Peace.
Wow. Well, that's nice. It's just our chat. It's not a big deal. I don't know why that just appeared. Okay. Well, how did that go? Horribly. Oh, God. How am I ever going to survive? It's almost like the world didn't end. It's almost like I just had a conversation with a high-profile creator who's a normal guy, who's level-headed, and instead of it being an attack on me where it was going to be like, let's destroy DSP and make, if we talked about that, but it was actually a good conversation, right? Let me get these headphones off.
Somebody even donated $500 to Phil for that interview. Who does that?
Holy moly. Is this real? What? How many? What the? All right, well, we started off with what the hell? I got, let me see here. This is wild. Absolutely ridiculous. If it's real, let's find out. How many subs was that? one bad box gifted 100 subs on Kick. Holy shit. That is probably the most I've ever got in one go. Thank you, one bad box. I don't recognize the name, so I don't even know if it's like a regular who watches or this is a newcomer from Asmongold's content. 100 subs is insane. So let's just take a look at how that's going to affect stuff today. One bad box, 100 subs, $5 a sub. That is $500 of revenue for the stream, which means we're up to $602 of support, which means as of right now, we actually hit 4 goals this stream, which means we are now up to 5 goals out of our 10. If you wonder why I do this, when I hit 10 goals, I do a celebration, and usually it's an episode of DSP Tries It where I do a taste test of food. It's kind of a silly thing. It's not serious, but it's just something to do every 10 goals. It's actually a legacy show I used to do back in the day that I haven't done. I wasn't doing for a long time. Are you kidding me? I just realized I don't have pop-ups enabled. Hold on. So I think another 100 subs just dropped. Holy shit.
But not everybody was happy about that interview. Especially It's a Gundam when Phil walked away from stream on break because Gundo was stream sniping the entire interview.
This motherfucker left. This motherfucker.
he said be right back. Dude, he
I'm
just
trying
started
not to
streaming
crash
and he's
out.
already taken 2 breaks.
I'm trying not to crash out, dude.
Don't crash
really,
out. Smile, motherfucker. Arcus with the $9.99. Remember this.
This fucking motherfucker has 2 computers for no reason. He pretends and LARPs that this is some major hard thing to do to bring someone in the fucking chat room, dude. Just give him a link or something. Or you open up the Discord call. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, and it's not really like how many streamers just have to type for a little bit while streaming. That's very common. Like it's better to just hang out with your stream than it is to do this.
That's it. Back to PWR.
Because she follows my video.
It's a Gundam and friend also weren't too happy about Asmon telling DSP how to claim videos and how greedy Phil is.
So do you claim the ad revenue from any of these detractor videos?
No, I can't.
Why
There's
not?
no way to do that.
Yes, you can.
The only,
Do you want me to show you how? There's a way to do it.
The dark king part.
No. Asmon, no!
Bro, if I get claimed by Phil, I'm fighting that shit.
It's
well,
transformative.
I mean, you could do either way. If you claim the content,
Asmongold is literally turning into Sauron, and he's handing Frodo the fucking ring of power
as your own.
This is awesome.
Like all the time, we get revenue claims all the time.
Woo!
Right.
And so, like, you could theoretically be taking all of their money and then having them, because, like, you know, the
DSP
BS
won't
Smalls,
do it.
bro. You don't know how greedy Phil is.
Yeah, he's short-sighted. And
Yes.
blow it all on WWE champs. He won't even go to
Phil
Japan with
would be
his
the
wife.
type of guy that would have like a goose that would lay a golden egg, and if the goose didn't lay the egg one day, he would kill
Fucking eat it.
looking for the egg. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he'd cry.
all the time. And so, yeah, I think there's a possibility of you being able to do that. Whenever I was
She's
asking
short-sighted.
about
Wow.
the
That tickles my
detractors,
fancy.
Gundam even exposed Phil for claiming he never told people to click on the links showing what really happened.
This man has no hustle. He has no
From
grind.
the algorithm anymore. It was kind of like my legacy viewers kept watching me. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo.
Put his heart and soul into it.
Do whatever the hell I
Take note, Gundam. Take note.
You can
You
get back.
fucking lazy slob, you.
You have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
You don't understand. The begging was a new thing,
donations,
Gundo.
as I said
Stop.
before, if you send me a donation,
Okay, I'm sorry.
10, 15, $20
This is fake
or more,
news. This is
I'll
fake
Fake
donate.
news.
news. It's fake news. Did Donald Trump send you that?
is that channel
Phil never begged. Ever.
Never begged once in his life.
That video
He
we
was
just saw
forced-
was fake.
He was
The
forced to
detractors-
beg.
Yeah, they took it out of context.
Gun to his head.
Yeah,
Had to do it.
fucking duty.
still
Channel-
active?
I brought up, hey, I don't make any money on the gameplay, but if you were to go over to the vlogging channel and watch the videos and click the ads, you would help me out. Yeah,
Gorsh.
100%. It's
So now he says that he said that. For the longest time, he said he didn't say that, and we were lying.
black and white. You can see it right now. It wasn't like intentional. Like at that point, I didn't even know that that was a problem.
It's in the TOS.
Now,
we all
here's
know
where
it's
the
a
narrative
problem.
is broken. 'Cause
This was enough of a boost to get Phil a sponsorship with Steak offered to him. Because I streamed with Asmongold today, I just got an official invite from Steak, a gambling site, to partner with them and make huge money. Should I? PPP on his own X account would then say this was the biggest win DSP has had in years. This might be the biggest W in DSP's life. Asmongold has actually bowed down to the pignosis. Phil will be gaining whales and will be a regular guest for Asmongold. Phil won. Amazing win, Phil. This bitch was weak of mind and you enslaved and broke him. Sire. King shit. In fact, that day, Darkside Phil went up 6,000 subs from that interview alone and made like $3,000. On his daily rap video that day, Phil even said how happy he was making all that money.
I don't really record these things, but basically today I made over $3,000 between my two streams. Now remember what my goal was when people said, what's your goal? I said, I want to prove that I can be successful not making drama content, not doing toxic stuff. You know, last year I had one day where I made that much, and it was the co-op react that I did with Kino Casino to the Review Tech documentary. Okay. And then I said, you know, I don't want to do that content. I would rather be myself, play games, be positive, have fun, leave a lasting legacy of positivity on the internet. So it's my goal to actually make or top what I did that day where it was toxic, but now do it with my kind of content. I just did that. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's been with me for 17 years. Thank you to anyone who's a newcomer from today or anywhere in between. I feel like my journey, my struggle to show that you can be a positive creator and not have to attack others, not have to sell out and shill, that all this has been worth it because all I needed was a fair chance from someone who could actually showcase the real me rather than what these detractors do every day. Okay? If you didn't see it yet, the stream is live right now on the channel. You can watch the entire interview archived. Give it a look. People are saying it was absolutely outstanding. You can also watch it on Asmongold stuff. I guess they already clipped it. It's on his clips channel, so you can watch it there too, where apparently it already has hundreds of thousands of views. So, amazing.
Well, the next day, on November 25th, and Sidescrollers would once again cover Asmongold in Phil's interview, with Craig specifically telling his history with Phil and how we got to where we are now.
Okay, yesterday was the big day. We had the Super Bowl of content where DSP was on the Asmongold stream. Now, a little bit of background here, as Lunduke, you do not know who Darkside Phil is.
I don't know who Darkside Phil is. Sounds like some Gen Z ridiculousness to me.
Okay. So what you need to know, and I started explaining this before the show, but I thought it'd be best for everybody here. Darkside Phil has been on the internet for 20 plus years. He's an old head like myself, right? Darkside Phil has not progressed his content in 20 years, unlike other people, right? And so I knew Darkside Phil long time ago. And when Sidescrollers was coming back, I reached out to a bunch of people that I had known previously and was like, hey, would you like to be on the show? Little to my knowledge, Darkside Phil had developed a reputation since the last time I'd spoken to him, like a long time ago. And that reputation was that of being the consummate e-beggar online. So when we announced that, and this was like within 2 weeks of Sidescrollers started, we announced that Darkside Phil was going to be on the show, and it was like the internet broke because Darkside Phil did not appear on shows. He did his own thing. He only cared about positive, chill content. So when he was announced to come on our show, it was like an atom bomb went off. And it was like, holy crap, do you know what you've done? And I was kind of like, honestly, caught off guard by the amount of pushback, not even pushback, just the amount of attention that the announcement got. So in my conversations with Phil, the email conversations we had was he expressed concerns about about his detractors, is what he calls them, detractors, and kind of went back and forth. And he's like, so I said, hey, look, we should probably do this first conversation as an interview. And he goes, great, I want this to be the definitive Darkside Phil interview. Okay, so we did a 5-hour interview with Dark Side Phil. And what you need to know about that interview is that there's a lot of like pseudo controversies and things that he had been accused of, and he saw this as an opportunity to clear the air on everything that we had ever done. So I went in like super prepared, and we did an interview with him.
But that honestly wasn't very important, considering later that day, Craig would snake Phil posting their old emails. Because I'm such a snake, here's the full email exchange between DSP and myself immediately after our 5-hour interview. Reading this, I'm sure you'll be able to see what a horrible, lying person I've been to him. Hey Craig, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts on how the show went. I really hope this was a big benefit for you guys. If so, this may have been the only time in history that my infamy has actually helped something. I know you'll want to get back to normalcy, but I'm looking forward to hearing from you again about the possible next appearance. My viewers are telling me that they think you and Adam were too harsh, but I disagree completely. As I told you on the podcast, you were nothing but fair, but there is pretty much a 100% consensus that the Keemstar bit was a bit intrusive, gave him the free plugs for his own content, and took away about an hour that should have been more on topic. I didn't mind, but that's the vibe my viewers are sharing with me. It would likely be best for a repeat appearance to just be us to avoid people feeling like it was a surprise to trick or shock me. How often do you check this email? I am still 50-50 on showing you my Champions account, as at this point, especially because of what Keemstar said, I feel nobody would believe you even if you vouched for me. But I respect you and I am still considering it, despite the fact I am incredibly scared my info will once again leak and hurt me. Sent from my iPhone. Oh my lord, he couldn't even erase that. Does that mean he typed all that on his phone? Hey Phil, I think the show went okay yesterday. We talked about it at length on today's show as a debrief. I think we all left the interview mentally exhausted and feeling incredibly frustrated as, at the end of the day, we want what's best for you, man. The things are laid out about everything. The WWE mobile game, the bank stuff, etc. It just doesn't make sense, man. There's just too much evidence saying it's yours, and your only evidence is you saying it's not. I feel like we gave you multiple opportunities to turn this thing around, but you just seem so dug in. Even in the face of insanely detailed evidence, you wouldn't take it. Even with Keemstar coming on, I tried to lay out the similarities you feel towards him and the people feel about you based on things they've seen online. It was tough. Honestly, I'm just disappointed, man, like I said, and we want what's best for you, man. We very much do, but you have to want to help yourself. When you're ready to take that step, I will gladly help you, man, on your journey. You deserve to get to level 2. I know you can do it. Craig. I am broadcasting on DSP Reacts tonight at 6:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm directly reacting/addressing this. Watch of you'd like, but I figure you'll at least want to know what I have to say about it. Sent from my iPhone. Okay, buddy, hope it's wildly successful. Appreciate that, although I'd much rather be playing games or chilling with my audience than wasting time on it, but my hands are tied. Sent from my iPhone. Then just play games, Phil, as Adam said yesterday. You do you, and fuck everyone else. Good luck. Hey Phil, apparently you're ripping us a new asshole now. Bummer. I want you to know that my critiques of you and your situation are simply out of brutal and honest compassion. I legit want what's best for you and hope that you can get whatever help you need. I realize now you're pissed, that's fine, but I hope that one day you'll understand that I want you to succeed. No need to respond at all, just know that I'm rooting for you, man. Craig. Getting back to modern times, however, Phil himself would do a stream telling us how this changed his life, and how now today was day one of his new life.
Well, today I am here with you at 10:49 a.m., and the reason I'm here is because things have changed incredibly in the last 24 hours. I now have a bunch of new eyes on me in a very positive way, not a drama way, not a negative way, but an actual positive way for the first time in a long time. People are talking about me. People like the content right now and are just rediscovering it for the very first time. I'll explain all of this in a moment. But because this is happening, okay, we're in a situation where I can actually sit here and talk with you guys and maybe reevaluate stuff. And what I mean by that is, you know, I have a certain status quo, way that I run my streams, a way that I determine what games I play on stream, how I run a marathon, etc. But indeed, if things are actually changing for the better, as it appears they definitely are, then maybe we can change things up a bit. And it's going to be, I feel, good changes. I've already gotten some great suggestions. I'm like, oh, let's talk about those this morning. I literally just went live 15 minutes ago I just started talking 2 minutes ago. I already have 200 viewers on YouTube. How many do I have on Kick? I don't have a counter for Kick. This is like my normal audience right now. And I just started. Because here's the thing. Yesterday was the day. Today is day one. It is. Today is day one of what happens after that day, right? Today, I feel like will be a determining day on, are people really interested? Are people going to come by and hang out and chill and investigate my content? Or was it just one day that's fleeting? One day because I did the interview, that's it. And then, okay, we move on to the next thing, right? You never know. DSP Gaming has gained over 6,000 subscribers in less than 24 hours. Basically, from the time on the podcast / interview that I said to Asmongold, this is really my channel. This is how you find it. People have actually gone out of their way to find it and subscribe. Over 6,000. That is more subs than I get in a year. Typically, on average on this channel, I get anywhere between 300 to 600 subs a month. So even on like a good year, I'll probably get 6,000 to 7,000 subs. And I just got that in 24 hours, not even 24 hours. Okay? The last video that wasn't gameplay, because I did do Tormented Souls 2 last night, but the last video that wasn't gameplay, which was the daily wrap, where I basically recapped the day to everyone and said, hey, this is the video to check out every day if you want to see what I'm up to. 3,800 views. Do you know how many views that video usually gets? 300. So I got about 10 times more views on the video than I typically would get. I received thousands upon thousands of likes across the channel. Just the daily wrap got 800 likes. I believe that the actual appearance with Asmongold has gotten something like almost 2,000 plus likes, which is pretty insane.
Phil was even kind enough to share info about his gout with us, a condition that Phil gave himself from his terrible diet.
And FYI, you probably don't know this. Many of you are big newcomers, okay? So here's the deal. You guys don't know this. I'll just say it up front. I have a blood condition that's called gout. What it means is that I have high uric acid levels in my body. I cannot eat a lot of red meat. I cannot eat a lot of shellfish. There's certain things that I just can't have a lot of. I have tried to actually cut out shellfish and red meat from my diet almost entirely, because if I eat too much of it, my joints swell up and I'm in excruciating pain. It feels like someone has a knife and is stabbing me. And it takes days to go away. You need to take anti-inflammatories to break up these crystals that you get in your joints. It's a hereditary thing. My aunt had it, and now I have it, okay? So I don't eat a lot of steak. I don't eat a lot of red meat. You know how yesterday I had the Five Guys burger? That's a rarity. I don't eat red meat often. It's like maybe once a week, if that, because I don't want to have medical problems.
The next day, on November 26th, and Phil even had the gall to say it was Asmongold's fault Phil never had Asmon on stream, when Asmon did it no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that he wanted to do it too. And you can watch it in its entirety on his channel, Asmongold TV. Right now it has over 740-something thousand views and climbing. Probably will get 1 million by the end of the week. That's the better version, because that's the version that has him and me on camera. A lot of people have criticized my side and said, why don't you have Asmongold on camera? There was no way to get him on camera. He doesn't know how to set up Discord so I can see his camera. I'm serious. He basically has people set up everything for him. He doesn't know how to do that. It's actually called OBS virtual camera. You have to do this virtual camera thing to take your camera and put it into OBS so people can see you in there. He didn't know how to do it. So basically, he could see me because I set it up right. He didn't know how to set it up. So I didn't have his face. He's like, oh, you could put my stream on your channel. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be desynced. It's going to be like several seconds delayed. Who wants to see your face delayed? You know? So I was like, well, I guess I will just go full screen with me. That's why my version is inferior. There's nothing you can do. I mean, it would be great if you did actually watch the version on my end, but it's the same as his basically, and his has both of us. So anyway, the interview lasted 2 hours. Yes, there was a lot of my detractor stuff, accusations, all the drama stuff was asked. Then for about 45 minutes, we talked about games. We talked about Twitch and streaming on Kick. We talked about the industry in general. And the whole second half of the interview was a fucking delight.
Steve, from Truth Seekers, who did the previous DSP interview, would then do a stream called Asmongold vs. Darkside Phil. DSP says no more begging, trashes the Kino Casino, saying Phil was the luckiest loser on the planet getting this opportunity.
Oh, pardon me. Greetings and salutations and welcome back, friends. So, I am here really just to talk about the luckiest loser I've ever seen on the internet, and that would be one Darkside Phil. Yes, suffer, microphone. This whole story of Darkside Phil, at least where I came into it with the Kino Casino arc, is getting just crazier and crazier. Because the guy's a complete and total loser who begs like a crackhead. He's yelling and screaming at his audience constantly, banning everybody left and right. You're not allowed to be critical or say anything, even jokingly, or you get banned. And along comes Kino Casino to kind of give him a resurgence, which is funny because he said, oh, that wasn't a resurgence. You're literally on tape saying it was a resurgence. Now he says the Kino arc was not a resurgence.
Steve also pointed out how Phil's story of WWE champions keeps changing, with him giving a way lower number than he did with the Plump Pimp a few weeks prior.
And honestly, I thought this Asmongold interview was very good because he did get some shots in. For example, he asked Phil, is there any world in which he would stop the begging and the goals? And then Phil started making excuses for why he begs, and Asmon said, so the answer is no, you know? And then also the revelation, that's another thing. This WWE champions, for those unaware, Darkside Phil spends tens of thousands of dollars on a mobile children's wrestling game on a phone. And the story on that keeps changing. First, he never played it. Then he played it for a while, but he stopped playing it. He sold the account. Then, oh, I did spend tens of thousands of dollars on it. And I guess with Wings of Redemption, he admitted it was like the cost of a sports car. And now with Asmongold, it's $25,000 to $30,000 maybe. You know, get the story straight. And then Phil's trying to basically say, look, I made mistakes. I've owned up to them, and it's time to move on. People keep bringing this up. Well, the reason they keep bringing it up is because he can't get a story straight. I never played it. I played it for a while, but I don't play it anymore. I sold the account. I spent less than $10,000, more than $10,000, less than 50, more than 50. You know, there's people that are estimating that he pumped hundreds of thousands of dollars into that game, which is just crazy if you think about it. Imagine pumping tens of thousands of dollars into a mobile video game. For what? For what purpose?
Steve even mentioned how Phil made $3,000 off that interview, more money than he's ever made on stream before.
And by the way, when I say luckiest loser, according to Phil, and I don't dispute this, he made $3,000 off of this interview in contributions. The best day he ever had of support. Lucky loser. That's what he is.
For that, I mean, I was in a lot of financial problems. I'm going to do the things that I wanted to do. I'm going to get a better mic. I'm going to get better headphones. I'm going to upgrade my set. I got 2 PCs.
The fact that he's been a content creator for 17 years and the thought of upgrading his equipment never occurred to him kind of confirms for me that he has some kind of addiction, like the mobile gaming addiction, and he spends all his money on stupid shit. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. He's expecting to get like thousands of dollars on Black Friday so that he could buy like a new desk and a couple other things. Like, I don't understand why his audience is expected to pay for all that for him, but that's just me. How long do you think it's going to be before Phil goes right back to begging like a crackhead? Because I don't know. I just think he's a creature of habit, and leopards don't change their spots and all that. I think that his ego is all pumped up. I got $3,000 during one stream. And now he's thinking that that's the new norm. That's how fucking stupid he is. He's learned nothing. Like, doesn't he understand what a bump is? You've been at this game for 17 years. You don't understand that the bump is temporary?
Well, the next day on November 27th, how is Phil treating all this newfound money and success? Did he finally take his wife on the honeymoon he's been putting off for 5 years? No, he did an on-stream shopping spree, spending over $2,000 on junk he doesn't need, like a $200 controller, Legos, and more.
I hope you had great food. I hope you had great relaxing times with your friends and your family. I did. The second half of my Thanksgiving was amazing. Spent lots of time with my wife. We relaxed. We watched a whole bunch of different stuff together. We had an amazing meal. And before you say, well, Phil, what was it? Well, guess what? I'm going to have more of it today because I'm eating it leftovers during this marathon later today as a meal. So you'll get to see a little bit of everything that I had because I'm eating it again. So I hope you're all in a good mood and I hope that you're ready because today, the price is right, bitch. That's right. Today, on the Black Friday Marathon, I'm going to be looking at Black Friday deals live and probably buying some stuff. I want to upgrade my setup. Even though a year ago I fully upgraded as much as I could, I didn't really fully upgrade the setup. This chair is almost 5 years old. I'm working off of these fiberboard rolling desks and nothing too great. My monitor that I monitor the stream on is way over there, and I have to squint to try to read the leaderboard as I update it. I'm working on a laptop in front of me to see your stream chats, and when I game, I'm looking at a TV on the other end of my room. So what I'd like to do today is possibly upgrade the setup. So I hope that you guys are down for that because it's going to be a lot of fun. And guess what? I got paid. That's right. I had been talking to you guys this week about how your support has been so amazing, but that I was hoping to get paid today so that I could actually get this stuff, and I got paid by Kick, so I'm good to go. Like, basically today, I have absolutely no limitations. I can get pretty much whatever I want, and I'm curious what we're going to end up with by the end of today. Who knows, right? Alrighty, everyone. DSP's Black Friday Marathon for 2025 rolls on. So far, we've had an awesome hangout session. We played a couple of games that seemed pretty interesting, and I wolfed down some Thanksgiving leftovers. But now, it's about time to do what everyone does on Black Friday, spend a lot of money. I mean, that's what the day is for, is it not? So, what we're about to do is look at quite a lot of different things. And we're going to see if or, what kind of deals I can find. If there's good savings today or not, I don't know. 2 and 2. Yeah, this is the best. It's the best response time. Hands down, this one has the best response time. It's got a rubberized grip that I want. I think this is what I want. Yeah. I think we're going for it. I think we're going to go for this Razer. That's the controller I'm going to get. I think so. Okay. We're going to go for Mario. I think so. What do you guys think? I love this one. This is like right up my alley. Yoshi's mouth can open, his tongue comes out. You wind the crank, the thing moves. This could be multiple fun, chill streams together. All right. All right, cool. Done. I think it's time for a shot. I think this call, because we just spent an hour, we figured that stuff out already. I think it's time for a celebratory shot, and then we decide, do we want to continue to shop, or do we want to do gaming? It's up to you. I'll do whatever you guys want to do, okay? But I think it's time for another shot. I think it's time for another shot of good old Black Label. What do you think? DSP buys it. Shots and shopping. Seattle's best, I'll drink a beer with you. Yes, everyone, again, if you're drinking with me, it's time for another shot. Nice and smooth. I'm gonna hit the MSI. Okay, so that solves that. But now we have to determine for the other monitor or monitors. So I need a chair mat too. Damn, see what I mean, dude? This is gonna be $3,000 by the time I'm done. It is. This is gonna be $3K. I'll tell you because I got to check out and everything. I'll tell you what it is at the end. All right, let's do this. Let's get this monitor. Okay. Dude, this monitor is a beast. This fucking 32-inch monitor, it's $1,000, man. It's wild. I hope it's good. I really hope it's really good. Because, if it helps my gaming, it's awesome. But, I mean, that's a lot of money. We're almost done. This is grueling. We've now been doing this for over 3 hours. Are you aware of that? 3 hours we've been shopping, and we're not done yet. we're well over 2K. It would have to be the aux out or aux in from the monitor. That's what I would use. Okay. I'm going to get him. That's what I'm going to get. Edifier M60. Sounds good. Oh, do you want to know what is after tax? Are you ready? After tax, $2,635.54. Oh.
The Keno Casino would then go live, saying this is the exact same thing that happened with them, and just like their boost to Phil would squander the Asmon boost as well.
It doesn't matter how many people you put in front of Phil. We learned this lesson ourselves. We sent all y'all motherfuckers over there. We're like, big ups, DSP. We did exactly what Asmon's doing now, right?
Yeah.
And all of you fucking left. Boring as f***. So ultimately, all of those guys are going to end up leaving. It's only a matter of time. But you know what? This is a real chance for Phil. This is Phil's moment to actually make it. Yeah. If Phil manages to stop begging, stop being toxic and negative and attacking his own audience and seething about the detractors and seething about us, he could actually make it. He could be a 30,000 view streamer.
It's already not working, bro.
He could be a multi-millionaire. This is his moment. This is his chance. And what's going to be funny is when he fucking squanders it. And then he's going to blame Asmongold. Asmongold didn't do enough. He didn't promote me enough. As though by Asmongold having him on for an interview, where Asmongold was passive-aggressive the whole time, dunking on him the whole time. Already, I know right well, Asmongold's inbox has 6 unread DMs. Already. Hey, Sir Gold, when do you think I can come on again?
Yes,
Mr. Gold?
Yes.
It's going to be a straight up repeat of what's going on last year with us, though. Phil thought that he was treated as an equal, but it was like listening to the ramblings of some guy that you don't really like at the workplace just to get through the interaction last 30 minutes or whatever. But Phil somehow thinks that he was like, oh, this guy really likes me. He really loves me or whatever.
But Ash,
it's fucking delusional.
It was with us. It was with Asmon. It was even with Sidescrollers for a little bit. But when you have Phil on, there's now this like implication that he's now your friend and you're working with him forever.
Yeah.
It's like, Phil, it was an interview. Welcome home. Welcome home.
But Asmongold laid the bait kind of for him where it's like, oh, we might bring you on a podcast. Yeah. So now Phil is going to hold on to that. He's going to be Sir Gold's co-host. He's going to have 20,000 live viewers. What Phil doesn't understand is that, say he was brought on as a panelist on an Asmongold podcast, do you think that like the OTK or whatever they're called, the crew that Asmon's going to bring in or whatever, do you think they're going to have respect for Phil?
No!
Or is he just going to be, he's going to be the whipping boy of that shit? So it's going to be the exact same shit as what he was doing with us, or what he would be doing on Lolcow Live, or what he's just going to be the clown whipping boy of the fucking program until people get bored with him. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, people think it's going to be content. We thought it's going to be content. We're going to be able to slot him into all these scenarios. And no,
it's boring.
Not. He just doesn't give any effort at all.
He just
doesn't give a fuck.
Andy Worski and PPP would also predict that the current booming of donos Phil was getting will not last long.
But what it'll be when Phil finally lets even this opportunity slip through his fingers, there's no more excuses, bro. The biggest streamer in the world brought you on and promoted you to 1 million people. I'm pretty sure the clip on Asmongold's
over 1 million.
Almost 1 million. Yeah, it's over 1 million views.
Yeah.
So no longer can you say no one gave me a chance.
And he only brought in 100 people.
Yeah.
That's insane, guys. Look, I really like. He's already squandering it. You want to know why? Because he has 3 types of podcast. the trolls, his past, and the trolls.
We even got a bonus clip of Phil claiming he hears voices in his head telling him to beg.
No, there's no goal. My head is hardwired to always say, oh, that's good. We're only so-and-so away from a goal. We need to get more. We don't need to get any more. You guys gave me almost $1,000 today.
Wow.
And my brain
Oh my God.
has been so fucking hardwired to do that for like years and years because I had to do it that it's like, it actually bothers me.
He does know it's going to go down,
He doesn't
right?
beg. It actually, he has like a compulsion to beg at this point to where he just can't stop.
Why not save this money? You have to spend it immediately.
Oh, yeah.
He's what they call, what is it? Like,
But what's crazy is, what's crazy is the guy doesn't have a working fucking dishwasher. So that's why he eats off paper plates, right? Why don't you fix your fucking dishwasher or buy a new one?
Yeah.
They're not that fucking expensive. This is a guy who had a broken toilet for 5 years until he allegedly Googled how to fix it and fixed it. Like, well, it was just that the chain was broken on the fucking flusher and needed to be reattached, which anyone can fucking do inside of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But for 5 years, it was left broken and in disrepair because Phil couldn't even bother to either Google it or hire a plumber to fix it. Some motherfucker's house is in complete disarray, but he's going to spend $5,000 on desks and monitors and all sorts of worthless fucking shit.
Fast forwarding to December 1st, and Phil would do a live stream building half the junk he bought, and just like usual, had some trouble.
For about an hour, we'll see. Oh, look, under penalty of law, don't remove this tag. Under penalty of law, never remove this. That one won't tear off. No, that one won't tear off. I might have to cut it. One tear it off easily. Now, this one's on there. I don't want to destroy the cushion. Watch you rip a giant... Oh, there, it came right off. Okay, perfect.
Something I couldn't believe, Phil even gave us a rant on how sitting Indian style felt good.
Who sits like this? It's called sitting Indian style. You've never done it? You've never sat Indian style in your life? It's incredibly comfortable, and it feels great, and it's actually very good for your back as well. Why would you not sit like this? Every day I get blown away. Someone says something on my stream. I'm like, what are you, insane? Like, what are you talking about? You've never heard of this? You don't know about this? I swear people are so like ignorant today. Like they don't know half the shit I learned when I was a kid. Like you don't know how to sit down like this with your legs folded. You don't think it's comfortable? Like, what are you talking about? Anyway. Yeah, now it's sitting indigenous style, right? Can't say Indian style anymore. Okay.
Well, the Kino Casino actually stream sniped Phil and discovered he's bald. No, seriously, this thing is like a trench.
This one, because
look at him. You can see his balding. You can see him balding in the left cam.
I have him on max volume. Oh, because he has the fucking Shure mic.
The mic is so far away from him. Look
Oh
at
my
how
God,
bald he is!
he's bald!
Oh! He's bald! He's bald! Norwood alert! Norwood alert! Norwood alert! He's bald! He's bald, Max! We need Clavicular out there to show him how to reverse his Norwood.
Yo!
He's bald! He's gay! He's not handy! He's handicapped!
Let's get subs for the Turkish hair plug goal.
Next step.
No, not the Turkish hair plug goal, buddy. No, this angle's demented though, isn't it? It's like you're captive in Phil's basement. You're tied up and you're forced to watch him build this chair.
Yes.
Like he's got to get his glasses
wrong
out for the instruction manual.
Short screws.
He's
2
an
pieces.
old man.
For
Look
what?
at how old man Max he is in those
What's
fucking
this?
readers.
What?
Grandpa
His glasses, like we have like frames that are stylish, and we try to look that he has like the ones that you're like, let me get my reading glasses.
That's the cheapest bum Sears optical glasses.
No, not even fucking Shoppers
What is this?
Drug Mart, you know, like the Walgreens.
Yeah. In Phil's twisted world,
wait.
he believed. Oh my god! It's
Oh my Okay.
Okay, in Phil's twisted world, he believes that he should. I know. Oh my God, his hair's all gone.
It's like quartering hair.
That's a sticker. Let's get 10 subs right now. Phil's bald ass head. Zoom in. Let's get that as a sticker right now, guys.
Yeah. I'll do this.
Subs together, even if we don't get them. We're
We'll still do. You guys have been so supportive. We thank you guys.
But Phil believes that he should be paid for everything that he does, so he has to do this on the clock, or else he feels like he's doing it for free.
The casino even pointed out how Phil has been wheelless the past 5 years he's been streaming.
Works.
It's no
I can
different.
sit on it.
I swear to God, it's no different than his other chair. So the only reason he bought this chair, by the way, for $800 was so that he could roll around, because his last chair didn't have wheels.
Wait, what?
Yes.
He was wheelless on his computer chair?
It was wheelless, yes.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
the arms come out. That's nice.
Buddy, he barely even fits in this chair.
So
Arms
look
go
at
up
his
and down.
chat. You did it all by yourself.
Adjustment.
We also got a little funny ghost moment. This time, it's the case of the haunted microphone.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Is anything
movement.
gonna happen?
Movement.
Oh, it's moving. It's moving.
Ah, it's a ghost. Ah, it's a ghost.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Do we just go
my
back
God.
to live?
Could I just, for no reason at all, screenshot this empty chair Christmas background screen for
Yeah,
a
you
personal
probably
thing
should.
I may need in the future?
There you go.
Saved me a lot of Photoshop time, actually.
What is happening? What is he doing? It's a ghost. A ghostly apparition of the microphone.
The mic is moving.
He's jerking off.
And what's happened since? Well, Phil's numbers are starting to plummet from his initial boost. Rather than try and ramp up production of positive content and do things that could actually appeal to his new audience that watch Asmon, who, if you remember, streams at the exact same time Phil does, Phil just kept doing the exact same playthroughs he was doing beforehand, built furniture, and did the legendary Level 1 podcast, where the topics are about the previous show and the next show. Believe it or not, Phil actually cut that interview short, so that way he could do Five Guys Burger and Fries on DSP Tries It. Phil is absolutely going to squander this boost, and once that happens, Phil is going to go back to doing the same things he's always done, except this time streaming to less and less people that somehow keep Phil afloat. But at the end of the day, Phil is still probably going to outlive us all, and this will probably be going on in 20 years.
Joey got it for the people of America. I am never going to financially recover